Well, we've just spent an entire break explaining to Holly that the fact the moon isn't really up there.
Well, I walked onto set and looked up. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
I was asking the team, how have you done that?
Well, I don't know, because normally I know we can do clever things with green screen. There's no green screen up there either. It's just the moon. And then I saw a sneaky camera over there that I thought must have been clever. Telly stuff, very clever.
Oh, man, here we go. According to the lunar calendar, the next 2 weeks are the perfect time. Look, Holly, it's the moon. That's the real one.
That's the real one.
Yeah. The next 2 weeks are the perfect time to transform your life due to the pink supermoon, which will be at its brightest tonight.
So if you're hoping for a big transformation or just want some guidance, Moon mentor Kirsty Gallagher is here to teach us how to harness the power of the moon. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here. So this is a pink supermoon. So just explain what that is, first of all.
A supermoon is when the moon is closest to the Earth, when she's new. And so if you've seen her in the sky the past few nights, she'll look a lot bigger, a lot brighter than normal. We normally get 3 supermoons a year. We've got 3 in a row coming up now. So the next 3 full moons are all supermoons.
Wow. And so are they... Because we said before, I was disappointed in the fact that it's not pink.
No.
Or any colour. So when you say wanted a blue moon, it doesn't go blue? Or does it never goes blue?
Sadly not.
So what is that? That's just the time of the year that it happens?
Once in a blue moon is when there are 4 full moons in any season, and the 3rd moon is known as a blue moon, and that's where the saying comes from, once in a blue moon, because, again, it's quite a rare thing
So
that happens.
all of the next 3 full moons
are all going to be supermoons. So they're all going to be closer to the Earth, so she'll look a lot bigger, normally about 15% bigger, 15% brighter.
Will they all be called pink supermoons?
No. The reason this moon is called a pink supermoon is because the Native Americans used to go by the seasons by the moon. So they all had names like pink moon, worm moon, wolf moon, which would say what was happening in nature at that time.
And so the moon has different powers depending on the zodiac that it falls in. So this one is the full moon's in Scorpion. So what does that mean?
The Scorpio moon's always very, very powerful anyway. Under a Scorpio moon, you can't hide from anything. So a Scorpio moon will bring up anything we've been avoiding, hiding from, not dealing with, particularly over the last year, because we've been through a lot this past year and life has been very different. And this moon's come at a really beautiful time as we're beginning to emerge back out into the world. So this moon is really an amazing time as she illuminates the sky to do the same in your life, so to have a little life review, because anything not working in your life will be very obvious around a Scorpio moon.
So this is the time, you say, the next 2 weeks, to change your life?
No pressure.
OK. So in what way, aspect? Dumping the person that you're sick of, or changing your car, or your job?
Anything. So under this moon, it's a good chance before we come all out into the world to check, is the direction I'm going a direction I want to be going in anymore? Have I now realised from the past year that this isn't a relationship I perhaps want to be in anymore? This isn't a job I want to be doing anymore, or a car that I want to be driving anymore. And so as this moon now will illuminate anything not working, it gives us a chance for a bit of a life review to go, OK, that doesn't feel good anymore. Have we already gone back to saying yes to things we vowed we'd say no to? Do we want to create something new for ourselves as the world opens again? So the next 2 weeks, the moon will get smaller in the sky every night. And this waning part of the lunar cycle is where we release. We use this time now to let go of the things that aren't working, to let go of the relationship, the car, whatever it is that we want to release.
And you can use moon affirmations.
Yeah.
And so just explain what sort of thing you'd be saying.
So an affirmation is really just to try and create a good mindset around what you want to do. The only thing we want to be careful of with affirmations is we want to keep them in the present tense and in the positive.
Such as?
So if, for example, you say, I'm scared of going back to my job, you'll invite more of scared and more of the same old thing into your life. So we want to affirm, my perfect job is out there waiting for me. I easily find and attract my perfect job to me. The right relationship is out there. I have
and even more so during a full moon, it's good to do these things.
Yeah, because the lunar energies at full and new moon are the peak energy points of the cycle where we really get to use the energy.
And so what about being purely selfish?
Yeah.
Because you're here and we're here. What about our own star signs? So Holly's Aquarius. What does this supermoon mean to anyone who's Aquarius? So we are doing all Aquarians.
All Aquarians. Aquarians, anyway, by nature, are very kind of freedom-seeking, very, humanitarian by nature. So for you at this time, you'll probably find highlighted anywhere where you're not able to make a difference, anywhere that you feel very kind of restricted or held down by anything in life, that will come to the forefront for you, and you'll want to be able to move into things where you can now expand more out into the world and make a bigger difference in the world. You want to create a bigger impact.
All right, and yours is Aries.
You're an Aries.
So what about Aries?
Aries, this is a great time for you because we've just had Aries season, so we've just had your season. So Aries season started off the next astrological year. So for you now, it's going to be about a big drive forwards into new beginnings. What can I create? What can I do that's new as we emerge back out into the world? What do I want to start over? And what changes in my life can really begin with me? Where does it need to start with me?
Okay.
And we've got some crystals here,
Yes.
and putting your crystals out into the full moonlight
Yes.
is very good for them. It's
Very
kind of
good.
cleansing. So why do people call it sort of recharging your crystals?
Yeah, so the moonlight will cleanse your crystals, so any energy that's stuck in there, anything that needs to be released from your crystals will be released. And then it also charges them, so it makes them more powerful as they draw in the moonlight. You don't need to put them outside. It's great if you can, but a lot of people get really upset by this. They don't need to be outside, just a window ledge or anywhere that the moon can kind of come in. The energy of the moon will be perfect.
Does it matter if it's cloudy?
Nope, the moon's energy, she's still there, she's still powerful.
If you were starting off with crystals, because I mean we have a very spiritual team here, and we were talking a while ago about sleep. I don't sleep brilliantly, all that sort of stuff. Right? Okay, amethyst. I've got a giant chunk of amethyst by the side of the bed. It's
Brilliant.
pointing at me like a sky dish.
Sleep.
And it's actually not so bad. And I'll put that on the windowsill and charge it up. But if you were starting off with crystals, what would you recommend?
The two you've got here actually are brilliant. So Moonstone is a wonderful crystal to begin with.
So this is the
especially-
Moonstone, this one?
Yes, especially for lunar energies, because the Moonstone holds the energy of the moon. So it's wonderful for setting affirmations around the moon, around what you want to create and release. You'd work with the crystal, and the crystal will continue to amplify that energy for you the whole way through the lunar cycle.
And then?
And then clear quartz is the master crystal. So the clear quartz amplifies any intentions you set. It can be programmed for anything.
Programmed.
Yeah, so when you give it a job to do, it can be given the job.
You tell it?
Anything. You just tell it what you want its help with.
So you would hold it and just tell it?
Hold it,
almost
close
like
your
your
eyes.
affirmation?
Exactly.
You speak out loud to it, or do you just do
Doesn't
it in your
matter.
head?
Either speak from your heart, speak out loud. Doesn't matter. Just let it know what you want its help with, and a clear quartz will help draw to you whatever it is that you want.
Well, that's
There
fascinating.
must be
Thank
something,
you.
so if there's 3 supermoons in a row, that must be a big, powerful kind of juggernaut of energy coming our way.
It really is. I mean, even if we look at astrology, we can see how the last year's played out in the skies through astrology. And my view on this is that these moons are now really helping us to take what we've learned from the past year and to now make a difference. We've got a chance to almost create a new world for ourselves, to really feel into what we don't want to go back to doing, what we no longer want. And so I think the moon's just really illuminating that for us and giving us that supercharge to make a difference and to let
I think
go.
we'd all agree we'll take any help we can,
Yeah,
really.
absolutely, yeah.
Exactly.
Let's have another look at the moon. Should we have another look at the moon?
There it is.
What about the real moon? Can we see the real moon? There we go. Let's cross now to the real moon. There it is.
Wow.
There she is.
That's from Los. Are we in Los Angeles here?
I think that is, yeah.
Yeah, from LA.
The LA moon.
Yeah, that's
Not
the
quite
LA
full
moon.
there either, slightly.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the book that will go with a lot of what we've been talking about. This is Kirsty's book, Lunar Living, Working with the Magic of the Moon Cycles. And there you go. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
Thank you
indeed.
so much for
Thank you.
having me.